Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, if you'd please take your seats, we're going to begin in about 1 minute. So, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, would you please rise with me for the entrance of Edmonton's newly elected City Council. Please be seated. Well, good afternoon to each and every one of you. My name is John Dowds. I'm the chaplain for the City of Edmonton, and I am indeed very honored to be your MC for this very special celebration this afternoon. Today is truly an auspicious day, a wonderful occasion, a new beginning for the City of Edmonton. A beginning filled with hope and optimism and great possibility. We're gathered here to welcome our new City Council and, of course, to congratulate them. We've also gathered here today to thank them. Seeking public office is indeed a noble act. Gandhi is known to have said that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of other people. Public service is about more than simply doing a job efficiently and effectively. It's a way of life, a vocation, even some might say a calling. And so we thank the 13 people elected to our new City Council for their willingness to serve our many citizens, to declare their commitment in front of all of us to service, and to build on the great foundation of our city, this gathering place, whose story, written and unwritten, goes back thousands and thousands of years. And now we begin the official portion of our ceremony with Shelley Jones and Matt Day performing for us O Canada. If you're able, please stand.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. Thank you so much, Shelley and Matt, for that beautiful performance and for leading us in the singing of O Canada. Recognizing the land on which we all stand and the historic and present footprints of our Indigenous peoples, I would like now to invite Elder Francis Whiskeyjack to come forward with us and to offer an invocation for all of us. In the name of the Creator, I offer you this tobacco for a blessing and a few kind words for our newly elected mayor and city council. Hi, hi.
Tawau tansi kakio nuago maganak. As Honorable Mayor, Council members, Elders, Chiefs, all my relations, it is indeed a privilege and honor for me as a member of Treaty 6 and also on behalf of Treaty 7 and 8 and all Aboriginal people to be here today to honor this prestigious ceremony. So at this time, I will ask you all to stand as we honor our Creator, and I ask you to join me in spirit with your physical presence, your mind, and your emotion. And also for our youth that are here today, it's wonderful to see them participate as such. I'll begin by using my first language. Ahau mamohtawi mausimantu kaksewatsin. Nikan kinanas kumtant matsun het mawihia. Kaya petsumuta tabnakati tamoya nuaskawiunnan umuta skina. Tape minumuta angika mamahtaustsik ugisiguak atayukanak. Masumnanak nukumnanak msuita. Tapsawita magusia hanutskisagao. Ahau nanaskaban minakiamka nanto temen tabmagayasimayan. Creator of all living things, as always, foremost, I acknowledge and give thanks for this precious gift of love that you give to each and every one of us here. To bless all that is in here for our own uniqueness as human beings, but also in acknowledgement of the natural born gifts that we have been given in our connection with the universe and nature, Mother Earth, and all those that we acknowledge as the angels and saints, the spirit guides, the grandfathers and the grandmothers, the ones who have gone before us. In this humble prayer today, I ask you to bless the qualities and the leadership of these fine people that are here today, those that will be working for our communities, for all nations, for we come from a very diverse city. I also ask that you bless all the mothers that have enabled us and allowed us to be here today, those that are here, and the grandmothers of today and tomorrow. I acknowledge all of us in our own way as what we know as warriors, and for all the caregivers everywhere that work with our people in many different ways. If I have said anything out of turn, I ask your forgiveness. If I have left any thanks for blessings left unsaid, I ask those spirit guides to say those prayers for me. For this, I ask you to bless the drum, the heartbeat of our nation, and for the songs that we all have in our own way from all our cultures, the song that moves the spirit. With this in mind, I give you thanks. I hi all my relations.
Thank you very much, Francis. Certainly an honor to have you with us today. Please be seated. Of course, we have a number of other special guests with us this afternoon. Family, friends, supporters, lots of members of our respective communities, and grade 6 students from Earl Buxton and Westland Elementary. You're all waving to us over there. Hi. Please join us in welcoming everybody. So now it's my great privilege and honor to introduce the members of Edmonton's newly elected City Council. I would ask each of you to stand as I read your name and remain standing, if you would, until all members of City Council have been introduced. Mayor-elect Don Iveson. Ward 1, Councillor-elect Andrew Knack. Ward 2, Councillor-elect Bev Esslinger. Ward 3, Councillor-elect Dave Loken. Ward 4, Councillor-elect Ed Gibbons. Ward 5, Councillor-elect Michael Oshry. Ward 6, Councillor-elect Scott McKean. Ward 7, Councillor-elect Tony Caterina. Ward 8, Councillor-elect Ben Henderson. Ward 9, Councillor-elect Brian Anderson. Ward 10, Councillor-elect Michael Walters. Ward 11, Councillor-elect Mike Nickel. And Ward 12, Councillor-elect Amarjeet Sohi. Please be seated. Administering the official oaths of office today is the Honourable Mr. Don Manderscheid, Justice with the Court of Queen's Bench. Justice Manderscheid has a long and indeed a distinguished history with the City of Edmonton. Not only has he presided over past swearing-in ceremonies, but prior to his appointment to the Court of Queen's Bench in the year 2007, Justice Manderscheid was a lawyer in our City Law branch. So we're very pleased, sir, to have you with us today. Thank you. The City of Edmonton is, as I'm sure we all know, a large and a rather complex organization with more now than over 10,000 employees. It takes a wealth of knowledge, takes a wealth of commitment and skill to lead a corporation of this size. At this time, I'd like to recognize two individuals who play an integral role in keeping this organization on track and moving forward. Our City Manager, Simon Farbrother, and our City Clerk, Elaine Sinclair. Elaine's down there, and Simon's up here. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we've now reached the point in the program that truly marks the beginning of a new council term. It's time to start the official swearing-in of our council members. The ceremony will begin with the swearing-in of our newly elected mayor, and I would ask Justice Manderscheid to come forward and to administer the oath of office to Mayor-elect Don Iveson.
Mayor-elect Don Iveson, please read the official oath aloud.
I, Don Iveson, solemnly swear and truly declare and affirm that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute according to law the office of Chief Elected Official, Mayor, of the City of Edmonton. I have to sign it first.
That's right.
Got to make it official.
Can't commission until he's signed. Congratulations, Mayor Iveson. I would now like to swear in the City Councillors in order of their ward. Ward 1, Councillor-elect Andrew Knack. Please raise your right hand and read the official oath aloud.
I, Andrew Knack, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute, according to law, the office of Councillor of the City of Edmonton, so help me God.
Congratulations. Councillor Knack. Ward 2, Councillor-elect Bev Esslinger. Please take the Holy Bible in your right hand and raise your left hand. Please read the official oath aloud.
I, Bev Esslinger, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute according to the law the office of Councillor of the City of Edmonton. So help me God.
Congratulations, Jeff Esslinger. Thank you. Ward 3, Councillor-elect Dave Loken. Just a second. Please take the Holy Bible in your right hand. Raise your left hand. Please read the official oath aloud.
Too high. Thanks.
Perhaps we might want to start this over, Councillor-elect. Please take the Holy Bible in your right hand and raise your left hand. Please read the official oath aloud.
I, Dave Loken, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute according to law the office of Councillor of the City of Edmonton, so help me God.
Thank you. Please. Congratulations, Councillor Loken. Ward 4, Councillor-elect Ed Gibbons. Please take the Holy Bible in your right hand and raise your left hand. Please read the official oath aloud.
I, Ed Gibbons, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute according to the law the office of the Councillor of the City of Edmonton, so help me God.
Congratulations, Councillor Gibbons. Thank you. Makers. Ward 5, Councillor-elect Michael Oshry. Please raise your right hand and read the official oath aloud. Left hand is acceptable. Yeah. Raise your right hand. Yeah. Right hand.
He said to do the other way.
No, you're swearing. You're swearing.
Good. I, Michael Oshry, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute, according to law, the office of Councillor of the City of Edmonton, so help me God.
Congratulations, Councillor Oshry. Ward 6, Councillor-elect Scott McKean. Please raise your right hand and read the official oath aloud.
I, Scott McKee, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute, according to law, the office of Councillor of the City of Edmonton, so help me God.
We're getting the system now.
Congratulations, Councillor McKean. Yeah.
Thank you. And now we have a big photo op.
Ward 7, Councillor-elect Tony Katerina. Please take the Holy Bible in your right hand and raise your left hand. Please read the official oath aloud.
I, Tony Katerina, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute according to law the office of Councillor of the City of Edmonton, so help me God.
Unless you want to use your pen. That's a great signature, Tom.
Only my wife can forge it.
Congratulations, Councillor Katerina. Thank you. Ward 8, Councillor-elect Ben Henderson. Please read the official oath aloud.
I, Ben Henderson, solemnly swear and truly declare and affirm that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my abilities execute according to law the office of Councillor of the City of Edmonton.
Congratulations, Councillor Henderson. Thank you. Ward 9, Councillor-elect Brian Anderson. Please read the official oath aloud.
I, Brian Anderson, solemnly swear and truly declare and affirm that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute according to law the office of Councillor of the City of Edmonton.
Congratulations, Councillor Anderson. Thank you. Ward 10, Councillor-elect Michael Walters. Please raise your right hand and read the official oath aloud.
I, Michael Walters, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute, according to law, the office of Councillor of the City of Edmonton, so help me God. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations, Councillor Walters. Thank you. Ward 11, Councillor-elect Mike Nickel. Please take the Holy Bible in your right hand and raise your left hand. Please read the official oath aloud.
I, Mike Nichols, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute according to the law of the office of Councillor of the City of Edmonton, so help me God.
Congratulations, Councillor Nickel.
Good to see you again.
All right, here we go. Now
Hey.
the big photo op, right? First thing, right?
Ward 12, Councillor-elect Amarjeet Sohi. Please read the official oath aloud.
I, Amarjeet Sohi, solemnly swear and to truly declare and affirm that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute according to the law the office of the Councillor of the City of Edmonton.
Congratulations, Councillor Sohi. Thank you. In accordance with the laws of the province of Alberta, I hereby declare this mayor and these councillors duly sworn in. Thank you very much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's your new city council, so let's do that one more time, shall we? Please be seated. Thank you very much, Justice Manderscheid, for administering the oath of office to our new city council. Well, it's now my pleasure to welcome a young and very talented person, musician, to perform for us. Sierra Jamerson has been surrounded by music since she was born. She interprets jazz, soul, R&B, and gospel music. She's been described as a true performer, a bright and up-and-coming artist, and a fresh sound in Canadian music. Mayor Iveson, we can call you that now. Mayor Iveson heard Sierra perform this original composition at Daughter's Day and asked her to be here with us this afternoon. Sierra.
Thank you so much. This song is dedicated to all the women who work so tirelessly and faithfully to make our communities the vibrant places that they are. This is called She's Gonna Save the World. Well, she's an idealist in her thinking. She will go down with the ship that's sinking. She's gonna save the world, she's gonna. And she's got a dream bigger than this place. See it right, see it in her face. She's gonna save the world, she's gonna. 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 Oh, and I don't know if I deserve to know her. Not even the wind and the waves can hold her. She's gonna save the world, she's gonna save the world, she's gonna save the world. She looks at me with that golden smile and asks me if I'll stop and stay a while. She's gonna save the world, she's gonna. 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 Yeah. She's gonna save the world, she's gonna. She's gonna save the world, she's gonna. She's gonna save the world, she's gonna. And I get overwhelmed and I feel like flying. Looking at the beautiful soul you are, I get overwhelmed and I feel like flying. You look like a hero to me, to me. Whoa. If you can save the world, I know that you can save me, save me, save me, save me. She's gonna save the world, she's gonna. She's gonna save the world, she's gonna. She's gonna save the world, she's gonna. Whoa, gonna save the world, she's gonna. She's gonna save the world, she's gonna. She's gonna save the world, she's gonna. You can save the world. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Sierra. I can understand now why Mayor Iveson certainly wanted you here with us today. Too bad we didn't have more time. We could get you to do another selection for us. So I'm honored now, very honored, to introduce our next speaker. For the very first time, ladies and gentlemen, Mayor Don Iveson.
Got to get used to this. Just in case anyone's wondering, I'll wear the fur on Remembrance Day, but I run a little warm, so today I thought this was enough. So, welcome. Justice Manderscheid, Grand Chief Capu, MLA Laurie Blakeman, Elder Whiskey Jack, councillors, City of Edmonton staff, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fellow Edmontonians. I wish to begin by acknowledging that the City of Edmonton is on Treaty 6 territory, and that the city and all the people here are beneficiaries of this peace and friendship treaty. I also extend to the Indigenous nations of the Cree, Nakota Sioux, Blackfoot, Tsuut'ina, and the Métis, who have made this area their home before the coming of the forts. I extend my respect and desire to build stronger relationships in the spirit and intent of Treaty 6. And to all Indigenous people who make Edmonton their home today, I respect the spirit of Wichituan, which means helping each other. A spirit that permeates this ancient gathering place, and which is the true spirit of Edmonton. Human beings continue to gather here, more and more of us from all around the world. And now, as Edmonton strives to become more globally competitive, the stakes have never been higher. A week ago, our fellow citizens bestowed upon us their collective will and desire for Alberta's capital city to continue to build on the strong foundation laid by the previous City Council. Today, as we swear in a new City Council, we also honor those who came before us. They set a vigorous pace for those of us who will lead the city in the next 4 years. The bar was set highest by outgoing Mayor Stephen Mandel, who demonstrated bold leadership and succeeded in building consensus. I played a role in that team and am fully aware that an effective mayor must draw upon the diversity of wisdom and perspective that councillors bring to the table, and that is how I will work with each of you. Together, we will work closely on making the city an even better place in 4 years' time than when we first arrived. Local government is most effective in coalition. Therefore, only when we work as a region, a region of diverse but purposeful strategic partners, will we succeed. On behalf of Edmonton City Council, I extend best wishes to our regional colleagues in their election results. We look forward to collaborating in building a stronger and more prosperous future for the Edmonton region, while ensuring a more equitable share of the benefits and burdens of growth. And I am going to keep calling it the Edmonton region because that's what it is, and that's where it is, and we must be clear with the world about who we are and where we are. We also have a new relationship with Calgary, and not only because Mayor Nenshi and I follow each other on Twitter, but also because these two great Canadian cities have so much to gain by working together. We have a lot of work ahead of us with the provincial government on a big city charter that must recognize our special challenges and that ensures we have the tools and the resources we need to realize our full potential as globally competitive Alberta cities. I had the pleasure of meeting with Mayor Nenshi and Premier Redford this past Saturday, and we discussed the needs of our two cities. It was a good first meeting, and I look forward to more face-to-face opportunities to firm up stable, predictable funding for key infrastructure, including LRT. One of the themes from the election campaign that resonated with me was this new sense of optimism in our city, in business, in the arts, in the community. There is consensus and pride in this being one of the best places on earth to take a risk, to innovate, or to launch an idea. 840,000 strong, Edmontonians applaud the successful, and we strive to enable those emerging among us to rise, to lead, to innovate, to inspire, to make something right here in Edmonton. During the mayoral campaign, I outlined a vision for city building and put forward ideas for how, through short-term action anchored in longer-term commitment, we may achieve that vision. And in return, we received a clear, strong, citywide mandate from the people of Edmonton. And for this, I am very grateful. This election confirms that Edmontonians are done apologizing, done making excuses, and ready to build something extraordinary here on the banks of the North Saskatchewan River. But how do we get there? First, the basics. We all need a city that works. Our most pressing priority is our infrastructure, roads, pipes, and sidewalks. We need to apply the successful principles of our neighborhood renewal program to how the city approaches its infrastructure. We must put to an end yearly debates on the quality of basic city services by finding long-term, consistent solutions to predictable annual challenges. We will fix the roads, and we will remedy the weaknesses in our drainage system. The scale of this work is immense, and it will take time. So I ask for citizens' patience as we work hard through more construction seasons to rebuild a city that works. On fiscal responsibility, Council must always demonstrate a commitment to value for money and to improved efficiency. We have a sacred responsibility to make effective use and efficient use of public dollars. In recognition of this, I proposed Council's 2%, a goal for City Council to work year-round with managers and frontline staff to find at least $20 million in efficiencies each year. The fruits of our labor can be applied to fund infrastructure priorities like roads or used to help keep tax increases lower. One qualifier. Our opportunity to do this for the 2014 budget will be limited, but we will learn from it, and we will set Council's 2% in motion for the 2015 budget. We will work hard to earn your confidence by demonstrating that your dollars are well invested in your city. On open, accountable, and transparent government, many of us, while door-knocking, heard repeatedly that citizens are insistent on more meaningful channels to connect with and influence decision-making in the city. We can and we will do better. Council will decide whether a council initiative on public involvement is warranted, and whatever the path, our destination is a renewed, reinvigorated, and more inclusive public engagement process, where Edmontonians' voices inform how City Council and City Administration approach decision-making. This is about more than town halls and surveys. This is about demystifying what happens at City Hall for citizens. This is about using technology to make interacting with City Hall easier. And this is about reaching out to communities that have not traditionally engaged with City Hall. Open government is about demonstrating that in everything we do, and by the very way we do it, we are at your service. Regardless of where you stand on a city decision, you will have a say and will be heard, and will understand the reasoning behind that decision, even if we disagree. On tackling homelessness and poverty, we must continue to support our community's ongoing work toward ending homelessness. Looking to root causes, we must begin to apply the same discipline to tackle poverty in our lifetime. The solution involves diverse partners, including the provincial and federal governments. And at the municipal level, our role is to help lead the dialogue, bring in partners, raise our aspirations, and support consensus on innovative ways to help our fellow citizens in ending this vicious cycle. But let me be clear, our role is not to fund work that is the mandate of others. So my commitment as mayor will be to provide personal leadership on building a community consensus around the social and the economic case for reducing poverty in our city, especially among our children. On urban living, building a globally competitive city requires increasing housing options for a growing population. This means revisiting the regulatory barriers that make infill development difficult, while at the same time working with communities that are prepared to embrace change. And when we have bigger opportunities like Strathern or Blatchford or future transit-oriented development, we must aim high so that Edmonton offers a full set of urban lifestyle options, affordable urban living options for families of all shapes and sizes to complement the suburban options already available. Those options are crucial to attract and retain the people who will help build that more globally competitive city. Now, globally competitive cities require strong transportation networks anchored by comprehensive rapid transit. LRT expansion is a priority for Edmontonians, and it is a priority for me. City Council must continue to champion bold development of the full network. Our measure of success will be seeing construction underway on the Southeast Line and a long-term funding formula to carry on west and northwest and north and south. Similarly, we will need support from partners for key roadway projects like the Yellowhead to keep our goods and labor moving in this economy. All this will require being clear about our priorities to other orders of government. It will mean we cannot ask for 10 different things and then be disappointed when we don't get the help that we need. It will require discipline to stay focused on the big projects that we need help with. On prosperity, small and medium-sized businesses remain the backbone of our economy. They contribute to the diversity and the resiliency of our growing city and economy. City Hall can do more to encourage the next level of growth as we build a more profitable and prosperous city, like a one-stop shop to help businesses get through key paperwork and move more applications and interactions with the city online. We need to listen to our business community as we make decisions that affect the climate for business in Edmonton. From taxes and fees to infrastructure to key transformational projects like downtown revitalization, LRT, and major roadway upgrades, all are critical to our continued prosperity. On innovation, we must build on the success of Startup Edmonton and Tech Edmonton, which was recently ranked Canada's best and the world's 17th best business incubator, to create more early and mid-stage incubators, and add a new focus on unlocking innovation and entrepreneurship in Indigenous as well as immigrant and refugee communities. We can increase their chances at success by attracting investment and venture capital for all of our businesses into our city. Our universities, our colleges and technical institutes are key to supplying us with the talent, to fueling innovation, and for research. Combined with industry, education, and research, we will ensure that Edmonton is part of the solution to problems in the world. And as problem solvers, we can do our business cleaner, greener, cheaper, faster, and safer, and sell those solutions to the world. This is how we will ensure that Edmonton will compete globally and endure long into the future, regardless of the price of oil. On the environment, Edmontonians have always wanted to do the right thing. We are already a leader in waste management, and Edmonton is charting a new path through a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to redevelop urban land into Blatchford neighbourhood, based on light footprint principles. Let's continue our environmental leadership, stimulating new entrepreneurial, research, and innovation opportunities as we go. On the arts, Edmonton's art scene is a thriving one, but living here as an artist has to be affordable. Space for collaboration, rehearsal, and performance remains a challenge, particularly for emerging artists. We will continue to bring together the business and artistic communities to share ideas and grow together. And soon, with Canada's largest urban Aboriginal population, let us discover how we can better support Aboriginal arts in our city. On diversity and inclusion, we draw pride and strength, and you see it here today, from being a city of diverse communities. And as you saw with our first performer, Sierra, thank you for that, that was magic. And with our performers who will come later, we acknowledge that this is a city of tremendous diversity. And just as we pay tribute to those who have gathered here for thousands of years, we welcome those newly arrived who have made Edmonton their home, because we are building this place together. Edmonton is a welcoming place, but it can be even more welcoming in the years to come. The almost 80 candidates for City Council were drawn from all walks of life with a singular purpose, and that is their desire for a better Edmonton, a place they choose to call home. The diversity of the candidates is encouraging, though City Hall still does not reflect the diversity we see in Edmonton. So we will strive to ensure that all voices are heard and that our agencies, boards, and commissions come to reflect the diversity we see in our population. We will strive to live up to our designation as an age-friendly city, ensuring that our seniors have housing, community, and every chance to lead active, safe, and creative lives in Edmonton. We strive to ensure that young Edmontonians are more actively engaged in civic life and in positive activities in our city, from amateur sports to learning at the library to City Hall School. And I'm very pleased to see the young folks here today. And we will strive to ensure that Edmonton is a safe, inclusive, equitable, and welcoming city for women, as well as for those among us who identify or are perceived as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, transsexual, or who have alternate gender identity or gender expression. Virtually every thread on earth is represented in the rich tapestry that is Edmonton, and we are stronger for it. To my newly sworn-in council colleagues, Edmontonians have high expectations of us going in. Voters rendered their verdict clearly at the polling booth. We are moving in the right direction to build an even greater city. But just as much, we must take care of the most basic parts of what makes a city great. We will disagree from time to time. In fact, that's to be expected, even encouraged where it's constructive. But I trust we will always be respectful of each other's roles and conduct ourselves in a way that is befitting of our office. Indeed, diverse but informed perspectives enrich the quality of our debate and strengthen our decisions. We all took the same oath today, not in your case to 70,000 people, but to all 840,000 Edmontonians. And it is a difficult tension because you represent 70,000, but you serve all 840. And it can be impossible at times, but we'll work through it together. Politics at its best ought to be about seeking solutions to challenges that have no simple answers. We cannot please everyone, though we will not shy away from hard decisions. We cannot fix everything, though we will do our best to fix what we must. Our partners in this effort will be citizens, the public servants of the City of Edmonton, and our colleagues at the Edmonton Public Library, the Police Service, the Police Commission, and the Edmonton Economic Development Corporation, and many others. Shoulder to shoulder, our city stands poised, no longer underestimated, to reach our potential over the next 4 years. Some have remarked that this election marked the passing of the torch to the next generation of leaders. But I and my fellow council members are custodians of that leadership, doing the most good with it to make Edmonton an even greater place, in time to pass on the torch to our children and our grandchildren. The leadership you see here represents all Edmontonians, regardless of age or interest. A united city we must be in order to accomplish all on the path ahead in the next 4 years. And so I welcome returning incumbent councillors Anderson, Katarina, Gibbons, Henderson, Loken, and Sohi. I warmly welcome Councillor Nicol back to City Hall, and I extend a warm welcome to our new councillors Knack, Esslinger, Oshry, McKean, and Walters. So let me end here by acknowledging all those gathered here in person as well as those watching online. We extend our thanks on behalf of all of us to the people of Edmonton for entrusting their hopes for a brighter future to this exceptional group of Edmontonians. Now let's get to work building this great city. I have a question for you. It's a question I like to ask elementary school classes and other groups who I'm speaking to. I ask them, are you excited to live in Edmonton? So are you? Are you excited to live in Edmonton? I can't hear you. Are you excited to live in Edmonton? Me too.
You're a bit taller than I am. Well, thank you so much, Mayor Iveson. Thank you. So as we all know, Edmonton is indeed a kaleidoscope of cultures. And our next performance clearly illustrates the rich beauty that can be achieved as two groups come together. Please join me now in welcoming the African Aboriginal dancers. So do we go about the business of the day, or do we just stay here and listen to Sierra and these guys one more time? If I had my choice, I know what I would be doing, I think. Thank you so much. Thank you. So we've now reached the conclusion of the swearing-in ceremony. But before we end, I'd like to recognize a number of people who worked so hard to make this ceremony so memorable for all of us. I'd like to thank the staff in Communications for planning the event, and of course all our ushers and hosts and hostesses and others who've made everybody feel so welcome here this afternoon. And I'm sure you've all noticed, how could you not notice, the distinguished members of our honor guards standing behind me. I'd like to thank you all for contributing significantly to today. I could not stand still for that long. Also like to thank our bagpiper, Sergeant Nick Perry, who is a proud member of the Edmonton Police Service. And also, some of you will notice that there are lots of cameras set up around the room. The ceremony is being live streamed this afternoon, and Shaw TV will broadcast it again tonight at 7 o'clock, so just so you know. So, ladies and gentlemen, Edmonton's new City Council will now proceed up the stairs into City Council chambers for their inaugural meeting. You're most welcome and you're encouraged to attend. It'll be the shortest meeting they will ever have in the next 4 years, I would imagine, probably. When the meeting ends in about 20 minutes or thereabouts, please then join the new mayor and our council for some light refreshments back here in the city room. It's been my pleasure and honor to serve as your MC today. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. So, Sergeant Perry, would you please pipe our new council into council chambers?